good morning, or afternoon, or evening, everyone. My name is Ursula Kelly, and one thing I wanted to do with my trauma built business is to deal with, discuss, and expose mental health issues because mental health issues are huge. Now, I'm kind of coming off the cuff, so hopefully I can keep things organized. I probably should have done bullet points, but we're just going to flow. Um, Mental health issues are real, they're very prevalent. Um, I did some studying. I did a year in a PhD program for psychology. And you'd be amazed at the amount of stuff that you see, read, and learn that pertains to people around you in everyday life. Um, we all know that nobody is perfect. I'm going to just speak about myself. I am extremely far from perfect. I am perfecting, but I am not perfect. My past, if you knew me from the past, if you heard about things that I had done in the past, you would, if that's all you had to base your knowledge of me on, you would be like, oh my God, that girl is a mess. But we all know that we all have a past, but it's not the past that is the problem. What becomes a problem is when we don't address the issues of the past, and those things persist in our lives. So if you talk to anyone around me now, whether they knew me then or not, they would know, yeah, I was past tense a mess, but I no longer am because work was done, put in, things were processed to get me to the point that I am now, and it's an ongoing process. So I wanted to talk to you, and I'm going to be referring back and forth to my computer so that I don't mess something up or misspeak, and feel free to correct me. This word, Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude is a German word, and it is defined as harm joy. It is the experience of pleasure, joy, or self-satisfaction that comes from learning of the troubles, failures, pain, suffering, or humiliation of another. Let's talk about this word, Schadenfreude. This is a mental health disorder. It can be categorized as either a narcissistic personality disorder or a borderline personality disorder. Now, a narcissistic personality disorder presents by someone wanting to see the failure or demise of another because it makes them feel superior. So it comes back to them feeling not having really good self-worth, self-esteem. And so what they do is they go out and they actively pursue making other people feel terrible. They'll bring up their past. They won't correlate it to the present. They won't look to see if there are any changes. They become almost completely obsessed with bringing up the negative of another person, which is usually built in some type of jealousy, or they probably even look at that person. There's something that that person has that they want, that they're lacking. But to make themselves feel better, instead of just saying, hey, going to the person and maybe saying, you know what, I admire what you're doing with this, that, and the other. I think it's great. I would like to get there. Maybe you could help me to achieve certain things. Instead of doing that, they go on a rampage and become hell-bent on finding everything negative. They will hide this type of behavior behind some type of noble act. I must expose this person because I'm looking out for all the children that were harmed, or all the women that were harmed, or they're a fraud, they're stealing money. I have to let people know. But when you look at the manner in which it is being addressed, it is never to help those individuals to whom that person's saying that they're trying to help. Sometimes it'll even be doing more harm. But all that goes out the window. They don't care because they cannot control the urge and the desire to destroy that person, because destroying them makes them feel better about themselves. So today, let's focus on this word, Schadenfreude. A mental health disorder. And if you have caught yourself, maybe you didn't even know you were doing it, but if you find that this applies to you, that you have gone out of your way to maybe tear down another person consistently, with no evidence of anything ongoing, based on things that are old or from the past, but you cannot control your desire to want to see them fail and fall apart, I am here to tell you that is a mental health disorder. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to make jokes about it. It is something that really needs to be addressed. If you know someone who is like that, be patient, be understanding. Know that just because it's not presenting like some of the more egregious, as we would see it, mental health or aggressive mental health disorders, it is still, in fact, a disorder. And we need to pray, be patient, be understanding, and maybe even separate yourself from that person, because until they figure it out, this is going to be their mission in life. Until they understand what they're dealing with, it is something that they're going to continue to do. So I just want to put that tidbit out there. I want, like I said, for us to be healthy mentally, physically, and emotionally. Okay? So I hope this helps somebody out. Until next time, talk to you later. Bye-bye.